Government debt collectors draining your bank accounts. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article from news.com.au written by Sarah Sharples. So Revenue New South Wales automatically takes fines from accounts of vulnerable people. This is going to be a Robo Debt all over again, isn't it? Vulnerable individuals have had their accounts completely stripped by a government debt collection agency, with concerns raised about the methods used. Oh boy. A young pregnant mum had her account frozen, while another woman had all her money taken after a New South Wales government debt collection agency illegally used an automated system to withdraw funds for unpaid fines directly from their bank accounts, according to a new report. It found artificial intelligence. It's not... Why do we keep calling it artificial intelligence? It's just algorithms. It's not actually self-aware. Okay? It found artificial intelligence. I guess compared to the average Centrelink employee, a bot would be intelligent. But ching, I need a symbol. I'm going to have a coffee for that one. Oh boy. Anyway, it found artificial intelligence was being used by Revenue New South Wales to garnish or debit money from the bank accounts of people who had failed to pay fines, but the practice was never overseen by a real person. Oh boy. Well, here's the solution: pay your fines. I know it's unfair, I know it sucks. Maybe don't get the fines. You know what? It's probably for something horrific. You know, maybe a parking fine. The New South Wales... Well, here's the thing. If you're getting a parking fine in a private parking lot, it's not actually a fine. It's them seeking liquidated damages for you. You're compensating them for the potential loss in revenue of you parking in that space beyond the time that you paid for. So you don't need to agree to it. You can make a counteroffer back to them. I did that when in the city. I think, I said... I just missed it. They'd fire me. I said, I left within this time period. It's only been 15 minutes. I will pay you 15 minutes worth of parking, not whatever fine you put on me. And they agreed to it. And there you go. But you got to read who's actually fining you. This is private car park in a city, not council. So in a city building. So anyway, the New South Wales Ombudsman had received a spate of complaints prompting an investigation and a report tabled in New South Wales Parliament, which highlighted how financially vulnerable individuals were impacted by the technology. Well, this is the real dystopian future. Just wait till your central bank digital currency gets locked. Well, it doesn't even matter. They can already block your bank accounts now, can't they? They can already freeze it. The report describes the increasing use of machine technologies in government decision-making processes. Oh, the problem with this is you're going to lose the human ability to have empathy. Civil servants already feel like automatons. Now they're bloody well getting replaced by automatons. Oh, at least, hey, maybe it'll save us money. Including for fines, enforcement, policing, and child protection, and driver's license suspensions. Paul Miller, New South Wales Ombudsman, has called for greater transparency surrounding the use of AI and decision-making by machines. My office began to receive a spate of complaints from people, most of them financially vulnerable individuals, who had discovered their bank accounts had been stripped of funds and sometimes completely empty, he said. Those people were not complaining to us about the use of automation. They didn't even know about it. Cases highlighted including a mum of two, who was also pregnant at the time, whose bank account was frozen to comply with Revenue New South Wales garnishee order. This resulted in the woman losing access to her money and being unable to pay rent and buy food or travel. Another case included a woman on a disability support pension who had been a victim of crime. All the money from her account was taken as a result of the order, including a payment from victim services. The number of garnishee orders issued by Revenue New South Wales has soared from 6,905 in the end of financial year 2011 to a whopping 1.6 million by the year ending 2019. Wow. That's insane. So are they going on a fine spree to make money? Well, you got to make up for that lost stamp duty somehow. In response to the ombudsman, that's just nuts. That is just nuts. There needs to be a discussion Not on AI doing this, because frankly, an automated system follows the rules fine. How many bloody fines are there? Why is it getting to this point? Can people not afford to pay them? What are you fining them for? In response to the Ombudsman initial concerns, Revenue New South Wales modified its process in 2019 so that orders to take money from bank accounts ceased to be fully automated. I can't believe they were. With human verification now required, while a minimum amount of $523.10 is also left in the account. Oh, isn't that nice? While the Ombudsman requested Revenue New South Wales seek legal advice on the issue, it failed to do so, forcing the agency to seek its own. It found between 2016 and 2019, the original automated process used to garnish bank accounts was unlawful. The legal advice also noted that the modifications do not appear to have fully addressed concerns the report found. Mr. Miller said the use of machine technology in the public sector is increasing, and there are many potential benefits, including efficiency, accuracy, and consistency. As an integrity agency, our concern is that agencies act in ways that are lawful, that decisions are made reasonably and transparently, and that individuals are treated fairly, he said. Those requirements do not go away when machines are being used. New South Wales Finance Minister Damien Tudhope said garnishee orders were a last resort, adding the community has an expectation the government takes action to recover what is owed to the people of New South Wales. Well, maybe the people of New South Wales need to stop fining everyone for every little thing. I've asked Revenue New South Wales for advice and any recommendations on improving our systems in response to the report. Mr. Miller also suggested the use of AI and machines should be legislated to allow greater public scrutiny. Seeking express legislative authorisation not only reduces the risk for agencies, but also gives Parliament and the public visibility of what is being proposed and an opportunity to consider what other regulation of the technology may be required, he said. This might include a statutory right to ask for a person to review any machine decision, or a requirement that the machine's algorithm be externally validated and then audited at regular intervals, with those reports being made publicly available. Oh boy. Well, let's have a talk about this one. This is Robo Debt 2, isn't it, guys? It's the same thing. This is and we're going to see this happening more and more and more. And there's some good suggestions of having a person review any machine decision and the programs being audited and made available to the public. I think that's good. Hopefully that could be the benefit that comes out of this. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this episode. Check out the last video I did about the Robo Debt saga. I mean, that was a complete mess and it destroyed lives. And here's the thing. People who can afford to pay the bills are gonna. It's the desperate and destitute that are in this mess. Take care, and I'll see you next time.